Welcome to this look at a fantastic new map to console on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Somerset. This is a new map to console. We had an update the other day and part of that was console release. This is by MuddyDigs. It's 409.38 megabytes download. There are 12 required mods which download automatically. There are no custom crops. Contracts are available. There are 100 collectibles. You'll see some of those as we go around. This map is phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. This is like Elm Creek but better. It has got a real Elm Creek vibe to it. There is a train, well, there are two trains on here, which I really like. I like the way this system works. There's a local track that runs a loop, so you can transfer stuff from silos into the train or vice versa, or load up wherever you want. It's entirely up to you. Then it comes around to a big transfer silo, like a big rail yard, and you can transfer onto the outbound train, which goes off to Elm Creek. So if you've got contracts that require you to sell to Elm Creek, you can do that. I like that idea. It's a fantastic concept. The map looks like this. And we start on New Farmer with the main farm area down here. If we do that, you'll see it's packed. The whole map is packed. And plot 16. We also start with this plot down here, which has got some crude oil stuff, which is one of the required mods. And all up here, we've got this plot. Now, something to be aware of, a warning of sorts. There are lots of placeable areas and stuff around the map. We'll talk about those when we get around. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, these two here, so we've got that, which is actually, it says purchase point. They're purchasing from you, so that's the sell point. This one and this one aren't there on Farm Manager and Start from Scratch. We come down to here, and that's got an oil well pump, which we start with. If we go down to here, you'll see under our productions, we start with an oil well pump. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, that isn't there. So if you want those to remain there, it may be that New Farm is what you need to be setting yourself off on. As far as prices go, there's no periphery or verges to the map. There's a lot of areas we can't purchase. There are lots of little plots like this one here that we can, and some of those have got greenhouses, some have got bale and pallet storage like this one there, some of them are placeable areas. There are a lot of areas that we can't actually purchase. As far as plot and field prices go, they're about what you would expect for the size fields, really. Nothing over and above. We've got some forested areas. The biogas plant is one where the ground is linked, so when you get there you buy the biogas plant and you'll get the land. The same goes for down here. We've got the sawmill. As you can see, I'm clicking on it. I can't purchase that like I can here, but when you buy the sawmill, you will get that. If you want it, you don't have to. But we do start all up here. I'm going to do a rather strange route round. My notes for this map tour are insane. I really hope I don't miss anything. I will try not to, if at all possible. We'll talk about slot count later on. We come off of there, go into build mode, added in by the map maker on top of the required mods. If we go to silos, we've got there a 1,200,000 litre or 1.2 million litre hayloft. That is at the main farm. We've also got the hayloft silo, which is 1.6 million. So those have been added in. If we go to farmhouses, we've got the Somerset one put in there under farmhouses. If we go to sell points, so production and sell, we've got some sell points here that take in various of the additional crops and stuff that have been added in. If we go from there to animals, we've got cows added in, that one just there, and we've got sheep added in just there. Now I'm just thinking, did I find those? I'm now panicking. There's another plot I might have missed. We'll see when we go around. Then under nothing under decoration, but under landscaping, we've got some additional paint textures, as you can see. And then we go to plants. I think we've got one extra grass one just there. So we start here at the vehicle shop and workshop. So there's your vehicle store menu trigger. There's your workshop trigger, and we start with this, the Apache. It needs a bit of work, as you can see. Bit of damage to it, but this is what we start with. We start that. This is the reset point on the map as well, and I'll do what I always do as we go around the map. I'll show you where we are, As I was driving around, I was thinking, you know, it is picturesque. It does look good, and it, like I said, it does give me a real feel of Elm Creek, but better. I like the layout more. I like the way it's been made and done. Carpentry is just here. It's standard carpentry. You might have just seen just over there. Spoiler alert. One collectible out of 100. Don't worry. You'll probably see some more as we go around. So carpentry is just there. We drive up here. We've got a shed we have access to. Even though we don't own the land, the shed doors will still open there if you need them to. Just up on the hill there, and this is on a slightly different bit of road, which we can get to, but I will just whiz up and just so you can see it. We whiz up here onto this bit. I like the elevation changes, the train layout. It works. It's very, very cool. So up here we have got Somerset dining. Down the bottom here we got. Actually, when we get to, we got Somerset pizza, which are both sell points. Some of these buildings, unfortunately, on land you can't purchase. It adds to the immersion of the map, but it means you can't put any extra placeables and stuff down. So that's Somerset Pizza just there, that building there. You can just see the disc just aside maybe. We go past the baseball ground. And then we've got, whoa, sorry old chap. I do like that path, the way the paths cross the roadway. That's pretty cool. I do apologise for not stopping. If you're a police officer, farmer cop. I won't resist, I promise. Right. So, Somerset Biomass Energy sell point is just in here. And then next to that, we've got Bio Tank, which is a sell point, just there. We come up to a placeables point. Up here now, something to talk about. There's all sorts of stuff to talk about. All sorts of stuff that's been added in, things that have been tweaked. I think the update has changed a few things. This placeables area, you might notice just over there, there's a green shed. Various locations on the map have green sheds like that one. If you want to clear away all of the decorative items, objects, things like this, the green shed is what you want to remove. I'm going to have to put some money in a moment anyway. Maybe I'll come back to this to show you. But over here, this is that little plot at the top I was talking about. So all of these are decorative. We do start with this on New Farmer. If we go up to the top, this is a fuel tank that can be refilled. So we go to there. So we can refill that. 70,000 litres of diesel. We've got a bale and pallet storage at 250. And we have 10 already. In the back of that, we've got oil barrels. Oil barrels are part of the crude oil production system. If we go to, let's go to 1. There we go. These are liftable. And some of the crude oil pumping stations and stuff require these before it can start operating to put fuel in. It's a bit finicky, but they are liftable. You just have to, you know, pile them onto trailers and stuff like that. But what we do have on all three game modes that remains is this, and this is the sell point that I was saying. So this is the crude oil sell point. So if you're producing it, you just want to sell it, you can bring it here. That can be sold as well if you want to. But these are things just to be aware of. You don't have all of that on Farm Manager and start from scratch. Just over here, we've got the medium refinery. I'm just going to put some money in from the bank first, just so I can show you that. And then I'll put some real money in. So, medium refinery. Click on that, and we can do paraffin, kerosene, motor oil, bearing grease, and diesel. But to do any of those, it requires crude oil. So whatever production in the crude oil pack you've decided to use, and you can place others elsewhere if you want to. The pack's quite comprehensive. This is not a review of that, that's just a required mod. But you can produce all of these things here at the medium refinery. Again, once owned, you can remove this if you want to. It is pretty good on this map that pretty much everything on placeable areas, farms and stuff, it can all be removed if you want to put other things in, which makes life jolly handy. What I'll do now, actually I'll put the money in now, and then we'll move forward. Okay, money's in. I'll show you what I mean. If we come up to this bit here and click on that, purchase that, that means we've got this building and the green shed next to it. If I go back to build mode and go to demolish, if I click on that now, I don't think it matters which one, but it's wherever there are green sheds. If I do that now, that's got rid of all the decorative stuff that was on this plot on there. Like I said, these can be removed as well. I'm going to leave the Now some of the bale and pallet storage buildings around the map I couldn't remove, and like I say, this as well once you've purchased that. So if you want this area to put other productions and other things on, you can clear the whole thing, which like I say, I think that's a good feature to have, very helpful. We go back out onto the road and we're going to head across the map, heading east. I think next stop will be, actually I think we go past the lime station, but and then we've got Betty Joe's trading station and the biogas plant. We are going to go on the local train first. I'm going to do a route round on that to take in a load of the sell points and the main farm. Then when we come back from there, then I'll go back onto the road again. It was the most efficient way I could work out of getting around. See what I mean though about the map, the sweep of it, the elevation change. This is another one that feels very zonal. As you go around, there are different areas, sections. The map makes it feel very big. Just on the right there, we've got a lime station. We turn up here. We've got Betty Joe's trading station. Just here. If you're not sure what you can sell where, if you go into this menu, you might be new to the game. If you come to the prices menu, you can go down any item that is on the map, or you might have installed an extra mod that has extra items. Then look across the right hand side and it will show you all of the places that you can sell your items to. Or on the right hand of that column over there where it says selling, that'll be a place you can buy things from. So if you're new to the game, you're not sure what you can sell where or where to buy things from, go to that menu, and you can also then tag place and it will show you where it is in the map and that kind of thing too, if that's something you need to do. Doesn't hurt to mention it. Come across here and down to the biogas plant. Like I said, this is a very large area. All this can be sold as well. Very modular. This land can't be purchased separately, but when you purchase the biogas plant, you get the land. Now, if you do remove it, it might require a little bit of landscaping, but again, that's entirely up to you. So for 940,313, we do that. Standard biogas plant with regard to products in and digestate out. We come back to the map. So we came down there, driven on this road, and you'll see now we own that land. We're going to build mode and demolish. We can start demolishing stuff as well. I think we can get rid of these as well. There we go. I don't think this has got a green shed on it. Now the other thing as well here to point out, these two way stations do show as demolish. If I click on them, it will sell them, but it doesn't remove them like that. So be aware, they will remain, but you can get paid for them. I suppose they just won't operate. And like I say, you might need to do a bit of landscaping if you want to use this plot for something else. That is entirely up to you. We're going to head south out of here. I like the rivers, I like the bridges, I like roads under and over, and the train track running around. It's a very, very good map. A very, very good map. So, to our left we've got a repair garage, and just past that we've got a debris crusher. We are going to come back past that again in a moment anyway. We come out onto this road here. Some of this I'm actually remembering. All of it. We've got a farmer's market around the back with a lime station. So farmer's market sell points there, lime station just behind it. And if we go out along here to this little T junction, there's another farmer's market sell point. Just utilising the different styles of buildings. So if we turn down here, there we go. Second farmer's market there. I've got to remember to make the turning on the way back. This is a fictional map, a fictional place, but it is based in the US, as you can probably tell. We need to turn up here, and we're going to head up to the first of the railroad silos. Now, this was the weird thing I was going to say. It's interesting this is an American map. I'm assuming that's been imported. A medieval catapult. I don't know if that was a thing. Is it? Medieval was probably pre-colonies. It's a nice feature anyway. Gets people talking. It's a talking point. Left hand side, placeables area, debris crusher we just talked about, but placeables area just here. Then we come up to our railroad silo north. Putting in and taking out of the silo is done here. Turn the engine off. We come around the side here. So from the road side, from the train side, so you can store in this silo, or you can load onto the train here to go elsewhere. What we're going to do is rent the train. Hopefully it's not too far away. I'll wait for the train to come, and what I'm going to do, so I'll show you where we are now. So we did the biogas plant, we came out of here, down there, past those 2 points. Farmers Market and Lime Station, Farmers Market. We came back along and we're now at this point here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the train, we're going to run around the side here, we're going to follow the train track down there and come round and do a loop. So we're going to take in some of these locations as we go around. Some I will point out, some I will stop at, should I say. There are some extra points I'm going to purchase now while I'm waiting for the train, just to show you. So plot 51 is purchasable. We're not going to go to that, but there is a liquid manure tank and a manure heap there, should you require it. This section down here can be purchased. There's nothing on it. There is a rent train point, but this is for the forestry area here. There's a ramp section here, and there's a shed, so you can load lumber and stuff onto the train if you want to. There's a secondary farm here on plot 32, which we'll get to later on. As you can see, that's all added in. And if we come down to here, under plot 30, we've got another bale and pallet storage. Plot 50 is a placeables area. Plot 28, we buy that and that. We've got greenhouses there. We'll get onto those in a moment. I didn't show the greenhouses. That's all right. Under build mode. And I think we've then got... Where was it? Over here somewhere. Another placeables point there. Plot 29 there is another bale and pallet storage, which we'll get to later on. The train is about to arrive. Oh, head on round. I'm very conscious of time because, like I say, my notes are quite extensive, and there's a lot to this one. The silo itself isn't... I mean, it's semi... what's the word I'm looking for? Multi-fruit. It's more than the regular railroad silos take. I'll show you what I mean. And for transferring. So these items here are what your railroad silo usually takes, including potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, normally seed, and normally wood chip. But we have got top mix ration, chaff, wood chip, silage, grass, hay, straw, honey, which is an interesting one, French fries, I'm not quite sure what, premium potatoes, pig food, and then we're back to wheat again. So a few extra things. And I said railroad silo, Somerset silo, north, railroad silo north, but it's the north silo. We'll come round past that placeable, well, it is a placeables point, but the forestry loading area we're going to come past momentarily. So just to our left, like I said, there's no sell points. I've bought that plot of land, so you could add sell points in if you wanted to. But that is the loading point for lumber and stuff, or anything else you want to load, of course. Rent train point just to our left there. Come across the crossing here. To our right, just over there, is where that liquid manure tank and manure heap is. Over to the right as well, we've also got the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point, which is bales. We have got just here, we've got feed and grain south. And we've got the grape processing unit. That building there, that red building, we're going to drive to that and I'll show you that. But that large building there is feed and grain south, and then that building there is your grape processing unit. We come a bit further through. We'll come to our start farm. Now the start farm does have a transfer silo. Somerset Farm Silo. I love all this. Very cool. The farm, there's a lot going on here. So the transfer silo will store or transfer the same things I just showed you. Another one. We've got another rent train point just here as well. We're going to go up. You see the green shed there? The green shed will remove... Did I do a video clip? I think I did. I think I took a video clip. I'll talk about that in a moment because we can talk about slot count while we're here as well. Turn the engine off. I'm not going to return the train yet. But let's come up into the yard and we can see what we start with on New Farmer. So Come around the corner here, we've got consumables storage for 200 items. Now this is one of the ones you can switch this off, so if you don't want it to be a consumable storage, you just want it to be regular sheds. If I press circle, but if you do that, you can lose anything that's in it. So you need to take anything out of there that's in storage, just something to be aware of. Railroad transfer silo and storage silo, like I say, for the various different crop types. Triple silo, I'm not sure what the capacity, that might be the 1.6 million. If we come across the way here, we've got a feed silo, we've got a fuel tank just around the side there. We've got some of our equipment and machinery. Slot count while we're doing this on new farm is 1,713. It's up there. What's curious is on farm management start from scratch, that comes down to 1,235, and all you're left with on farm management start from scratch, those buildings I've already said that aren't going to be there, you only start with the car, the Apache. You start with one trailer, I'm not sure why, and the hayloft, which is in the corner of the yard, which we're going to see momentarily. We do have a seed silo, we have got a liquid fertilizer silo just there. There's equipment and machinery scattered all over the place, as you can see, just here. So you only start with those 3 items, and all of these buildings are gone as well on here. So just something to be aware of. What I will do now, actually I'll cut to that now, I'll show you that video clip, then we'll carry on around. So yeah, farm management start from scratch. The yard will look like this, and then you can, if you remove the green shed as well, it takes all the decorative, including trees and stuff, so just be warned on that. If you're going to do anything like that, save your game first. If you do it and then decide you don't like it, you can always go back to your previous save game, as long as you haven't got auto save on. So it will look like this. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. So yeah, the other, you start with the Apache and this green trailer. None of the others. I'm not quite sure why that green one, but you do. Just to keep you on your toes. Storage space, and then we come around this side, and this is the same thing. We've got consumables, bale and pallet storage, but this one does 2,000 items. These are the stuff from Carpathian countryside. MrHector, is it? Over the back there, we've got our hayloft at 1.2 million litres. We've got pigs just here at 300. These are the pig pens, I think, from there as well, and they've got the red lighting as well for night time. And I'd say this is not a review of those specifically, but they are on here. If we come across here, manure heap just there. This is the chicken pen. Chickens at the other end. Bale and pallet storage at 250. Just here. We've got, oh sorry, 250. Sorry, 1200 this one. Oh, that's bale storage, 1200. Bale shelter. We come around the corner. We've got chickens just here. 500. You can see more equipment and machinery in there. That's your grasswork stuff, your mowers, windrower, tedder, cultivator, and another trailer. We come across here. We've got cows with manure heap. This is the one with feed robots. And this will do, how many was it? I can't remember off the top of my head. Was it 200? Might not be. There we go. 200, there we go. And then we've got horses over the back there. There's a horse stable over there that will do 16 horses. The trigger's around the other side of it. That's all there. Like I said, none of this will be here. You've already seen the video clip. We come across here. We've got our sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. This is a really cool house as well. We come in here. Sleep trigger in the bedroom. Come through here. And open this door. There's your wardrobe trigger just in there. At the house, we've got a log fire we can switch on. Very cool. And then I think there's a coffee pot over there. We can pour a coffee. There's a few bits and bobs. It's pretty cool. Pop that. I did think this was a workshop. There's no workshop trigger here, but there's plenty of workshop triggers in the mod hub. So if you wanted to use this and put a workshop trigger in, a Schultz modding toolbox, something like that, you absolutely could. Why not? Absolutely go for it. And I think, is that the yard? Oh, have I missed the... we should have somewhere here a spawn point for the honey. Did I miss that? I think I might have been down the back of one of these buildings. Anyway, we'll go back down to the train in a moment. I'm sure it's around here. Please be around here. Oh yeah, here it is. I was saying, did I dream that? There you go. There's your spawn point for your honey. Beehives we'll get to in a moment. There is a Langstroth 33 hive coming up. Back to the train. Start it up. So, continuing on. There's one slight glitch we're coming up on of the entire map, which I think is phenomenal. There's one little bit I was like, oh no. So this may get an update to the update. Sawmill to our left-hand side. Like I said, when you buy the sawmill, it's a standard sawmill. You get the ground with it. To our right, just past here, you see that little grey bit there, that little grey building? That's your Langstroth hives for your bees. You can put more in there if you want to. And there's a bit of track. See the track there up in the air? Up in the sky? There's some points there. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on the ground resting or... But anyway, they're levitating at the moment. And on we go. There's so much to get round. Come on. Let's speed up. It's really cool. Like I said, it has an immersive filter because it has this filter. It goes on and on and on. We have got a load of buildings and stuff on the map of areas you can't purchase, but I think that adds to the immersion. That it makes it feel like it's a lived-in map. There's all sorts going on over and above what you can use, unlock. So this is plot 52. This plot you start with on New Farm. As you can see, there's a green shed there. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, the green shed is still there. Come on, stop. There we go. We do have on New Farmer here. This is the crude oil pump. We do have a barrel here, and we do have some inside the shed. If we take that to here, that should disappear. And if we come to our production here, we can start producing if we want to. It just requires the empty barrels, and then we can get on with our crude oil production if we want to. We do also have a forklift in here with some more barrels that are liftable, but on Farm Management Start from Scratch, this crude oil pump isn't here, and you don't start with any vehicles and machinery, so you don't have the forklift truck either. But what you can do as well, if you want to use this for something else, if you sell the green shed, it will get rid of all the decorative items and stuff on here, and the shed and stuff as well. So you can clear this area out completely to be used for something else if you wish. We'll get to those productions. Actually, I can talk about those. Cereal factory, oil mill. There are some productions on the map which require pallets. I think a lot of them did originally, and pallets were provided. That's been changed in the update. There are 5 productions now that have the option to have pallets. You don't have to have them. You can run your usual cereal production or your usual oil mill productions without pallets. If you run them with pallets, I don't think I'm about to hop the fence here. I'll better show you on one of the other ones. Oh yeah, I can. That's right. Cool. I'll show you. So I buy that now. So you've got cereal and cereal pallets. So if you run the usual cereal recipe, that's absolutely fine. If you look at cycles per month, 2160. Cost per month 120. If you run it with pallets, so if you take the time to do pallets, make pallets and bring pallets over here, you get a 20% increase in the cycles per month and a 20% reduction in the costs. If we go down now, 2592, and the cost comes down to 96 rather than 120. So there's a 20% boost with a 20% decrease, and that's the same with any of the ones that require pallets, and I'll tell you which ones those are as we go around. So can we get back over there, please? Let me get back over there. Otherwise I'm stuck. Stuck in a mess of my own making. Right, back to the train. And let's continue. So what we have coming up now is the transfer silos. This is the big transfer silo. This is what takes it from the local track, the loop we're on now, to the outbound track. And as you can see, the train's just about to come through. That will go past us, and then it goes out and off to Elm Creek. So you can stop that. Now we've got 4 rent train points here. This one, if I don't get run down, this one is to return the rented train on the loop track. The other 3, there's one here, there's one further up there, and there's one round here. And that one will say rent train. So that's to rent the outbound train or return the outbound train. So all 3 are here at the main silo. And like I say, we can transfer from the loop into the silo. If we've got the other train here, then that we can take from the silo into the outbound train and send it on its way if we want to. As far as things like lumber and stuff goes, I think, is it just the loop one? 2 train systems, one local looping, the other outbound. You can use the local train to move your timber to the sawmill or sell directly via the auto unload sell point. Transport your harvested crops. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. So, that's the transfer silo, and it's rather large. From here we continue our loop and we're going to come back around. I'll let it run because we're going to follow the countryside. Like I say, I like the way this runs, the way it's set up. This will bring us back down. You can just see over the distance there, there's our Somerset silo north, which we're going to come back to, which is where our pickup is, and then we can continue. I'm now panicking, thinking I've missed something. We had sheep out there, didn't we? Pigs. Hang on. Pigs, chicken, cows, large pasture, sheep barn. Did we do that? I'm starting to panic now. Oh no, I know where it is. What am I talking about? It's lovely. It really is lovely. I'm glad this came to console. I shall return the rented train. Pickup should be just round here. Seems like forever ago we got the train. So what we're going to do now is head up to that farm that we purchased. The second farm. So we'll cut across the grass a little bit quicker. It's a nice wide open space. Plenty of room for large equipment and machinery. I'm pretty sure it says anything off the main road doesn't have vehicles and is great for AI, which is awesome. So this is the secondary farm. Again, all this can be removed. Sleep trigger is just there. Our green shed is there. I'm going to show you that again in a moment because it's quite incredible just how much stuff it removes. This is the sheep pen, isn't it? There's me saying, oh, I haven't come up. Oh no, hang on. That's a cow pasture. Oh, the sheep pen's just over here. Cow pasture just there. Water point just here. Silage clamp, storage shed. Silo just here. This is the old silo. This is a 2 million litre. We're on the back of that. Feed silo. Just across there we've got our sheep pen. 460. 60 sheep. Just there. Bale and pallet storage next door for 250, and then we come back around. So if I do the same thing again, if I decide I don't want all of this for any reason, if I click on that, this is, yeah, remember what I said, save the game first if you want to. Do that. Look how much that takes away. But, like I say, you can remove all of it if you want to. So if you want to clear this completely, you can get rid of all of it, or items on it. But that green shed is the one you've just got to be very wary of. It says in the description about that. So I know I keep banging on about it, but I don't want people to say, he didn't tell me. He never told me it was going to do that. Right, from here, we're going to take a drive now, which is going to take us across this lovely little covered bridge. And then down past that loading point that I was talking about for the train as we went round. And then back down to when I said about the feeding grain south and the grape processing unit. There was another building that was red on the front that I was going to show you. That's where we're heading to right now. Did I talk about slot count when I said about reducing? I went round off camera. I said 1,713 down to 1,235. I went round the map. Actually, to be fair, I didn't get rid of everything. You will be able to get it lower. Can I get rid of that? Yes. I went round to the farms. I went round where there's various different productions and things that were able to be sold. I got the slot count down to 1,090. Rent train point's just there. We went past that on the train. So yeah, you'll be able to get it lower than that because there's a couple of sheds and buildings I just remembered I didn't even look at when I went to remove stuff. So you will be able to get it lower if you want to. Coming up, we've got the farm supply production. That's the red building we looked at on the train. Just here, if we purchase that for 50 grand, we've got all these various different things that can be purchased. So total mixed ration recipes. We can turn grass to hay. We can make mineral feed. Various different silages using various different things. Then we've got seeds from various different items, lime, fertilizers, pig foods, as you can see. So that does a whole ton of stuff under the farm supply factory, which is just here. Feeding grain south, grape processing unit, words. Out from here, and we come down to the spinnery. Is this the spinnery or the tailors? No, this is the spinnery. Oh, not spinnery, what am I talking about? This is the flavoured milk. Flavoured milk factory, one of the required mods. So if you want to do flavoured milk, oat, soy, chocolate or strawberry milk can be produced here, and we've got a sell point for those that we're going to get to in a little while. If I take this route, again I will show you where we are and where we've been. I've noticed I'm speeding up my speaking. So that little plot 30 that I purchased earlier, it's got a bale and pallet storage just there for 250. That's one of the ones I tried to sell that building. It sold it, but the building stayed where it was, so be aware of that. That's that there, that's plot 30. This is the spinnery. So the spinnery is, you saw the cereal factory, that was kind of one of them, one of the 5. This is another one. If we purchase the spinnery, do that, we've got fabric wool, fabric cotton, and then we've got with pallets again with a 20% increase in production, 20% lower production costs if you want to do that. Come back across there. Tailors just there, standard. Dairy just there, standard. Swing around just here. Bakery again, standard. We come past there, there's a little icon just over there in front of that large building which just looks like a hotel. That's a wardrobe trigger, so if you want to change your clothes you can go over there. Just over the back here we've got 2 sell points. One of them is a flavoured milk sell point, so from the factory we were just at, and the other one is the grocery store, which is where we're at. We've got Somerset bowling just over to the right, sell points. We come out from there and we have got gas station. Whoa. Just there. Then we have got, I've got to find it on my notes. Where is it? This is Petro products. So any of the petroleum based products that you make using the crude oil thing, there's a sell point here. I think there's another one later on as well. So Petro products can be sold there, and next door to that we've got the supermarket sell point as well. What we're going to do now is take a little track around the back, watching out for pedestrians, and this takes out that other little plot that I purchased which had the greenhouses on. Now I didn't show in the build mode and I meant to. Added in by the map maker. We've got greenhouses which require seed and water. There's a water point just there as well. So we've got 2 large greenhouses on here that require seed and water. That's these 2. But then what we've also got added in is this one here, which is a tree sapling greenhouse. Click on that, as you can see there. Tree saplings, water and seed required, tree saplings out. That's pretty cool. Don't think I've encountered that before. I think having seen the FS25 stuff now as well, when you've got the rice saplings greenhouse that's new, that will be coming, I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, tree saplings. So where are we? Where have we been? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. But I'm getting through my notes. So from the railroad silo, we went up to the top farm just there. Had a look around that. Came down and we crossed over here. Ran down the side of this. And then followed this road round. Came past these facilities. Down there, that's where the Pallet Milk Factory was. We came out and took in all of these. Just here. Swung around there and we're at this point here. So what I'm going to do now, because we've done the farm and everything else, and we went past the honey, we went past the sawmill, so we can drive along this road. I'm going to go up here, up over the top, past one of the farmers markets we went to earlier, come all the way down here, and I will see you over here. We did that point and we did the cereal factory, but we didn't do the oil mill. So then it'll be oil mill and then up this side. That's what we're going to be doing next. So I will see you over there in a moment. I might leave it running and so you can see the scenery. I don't know if you've got a feel for the map already. So, turning on just here, we've got the next of the productions which can require pallets if you wish, and that's the oil mill. So there's your 3 regulars, and then with pallets if you want to. Like I say, you don't have to. If you're used to running them anyway, you know, it's nice to get the bonus, but if you don't want to spend the time doing pallets, you don't have to. And I think the reason you get the bonus as well is, unlike the oil drums, actually I'm meant to show you, if we go into, not into there, into here. Oh, it was in there. What am I talking about? There we go. If we go to our pallets, the previous version, until it was updated, had pallets in here you could purchase. Those have been removed, so you need to actually make your own pallets. But what is in here, that's part of the crude oil production, is the empty oil barrels. So that's why you get the bonus for the recipes with pallets, because the buyable pallets have been removed. You have to make them yourself. From here, another placeables point just to the right there. Grain mill. Now the grain mill is another one of the ones, so all your regular stuff you do in the grain mill, but then there's the option for palleted versions as well. How many factories is that now? Is that 4 now? I can't remember now. We've got a pallet sell point, so if you make pallets and you're not doing any of those and you just want to sell them, there's a pallet sell point just there. Then we've got Somerset wood and wood chip, so that's just a sell point for wood and wood chip there. Come out past here. And we've got the pallet production. So if you do want to make your own pallets, you can buy the Pallet Factory just here. Wood in, pallets and wood chip is the byproduct. Pallets is the product, wood chip is the byproduct. So if you if you do want to make your own pallets, that's where the Pallet Factory is. Oh, there's the last one, the sugar mill. The sugar mill next door also has recipes for standard production of sugar or with pallets if you want to. Just over to the side here, we've got the Garrison, the Garrison fuel gas station, and then another Petro Productions sort of products. So Garrison, Petro, any of the productions from the crude oil can be sold there. And then if we go just to our right, that little plot, was it plot 29 that I purchased ages ago? Is a bale and pallet storage, which is just here. There you go. So we came all the way across the map down to here. So that's our oil mill. We came up there and there's our grain mill, and then pallet sell point, wood and wood chip. That's your pallet production, that's your sugar mill, Garrison Petro Products and Gas Station, Bale and Pallet Storage, and next door to that we've got HH Milling Group, which is just a sell point, and then the train comes in from Elm Creek there, runs around, that's the outbound train, runs back past there, and then goes out off the bottom of the map there, with the loop running to the other side. I think I got it all. So just back there, you've got the HH Milling sell point. There you go, just the disc through there. And that's the map. Somerset by MuddyDigs. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.